what you mentioned too, I mean, you want this new body so badly. You need to put in a little bit of work for it. And the whole
Yep.
calorie counting thing and keeping track of your calories is not that much to ask for. It's not that
Yep.
hard, especially these days with all the different online calorie counters and
Yep.
MyFitnessPal and
Really easy.
Daily
Yeah.
Burn and all these different things. It's so incredibly simple. And the first few weeks that you do it, you will be shocked by how many
Yeah.
calories you're eating or how many calories certain things have that you eat, or even like the amounts that you were eating. You're going to be like, whoa. I like
Yeah,
my
it's
friend.
a huge education. It
Yeah.
really is an eye opener because we are such a supersized society these days that we
Yes.
just really don't know how much we actually do eat. Just going to a restaurant, you're probably eating twice the amount of food that
Yeah.
someone in a restaurant in the 1950s would have been served.
Right.
We've just supersized and supersized and supersized, and that's why we're in the trouble we're in as a society
Hmm.
with this obesity crisis. Is that we're just so used to getting more packaged foods for our buck, more bang for our
Hmm.
buck, and supersized meat at McDonald's or whatever. So doing the weighing and measuring and calorie counting thing for a couple of months is so worth the education, and it's a huge thing for getting you back on track for eating like a human being instead of
Hmm.
what we've turned into,
Garbage truck.
just eating all the time. So
Yeah, and you know what? And I find too, every few months or so, I get a little bit out of practice, and so I'll go back to measuring and weighing things for a little while just to reinforce it all in my head. Now I'm so used to it, I can tell you exactly what 4 ounces of chicken looks like. But it is good to just every once in a while weigh and measure things for a little bit, especially if you're
yeah,
kind of creeping out of your goal weight area. Just kind of reel it in
yeah.
again a little bit, but
Yeah, and you
it's
have to. That's
really
that's the other
easy.
education too. Is you have to keep track of where you're at. A lot
Hmm.
of gurus will say, don't step on the scale. I think that's a complete cop out. I step on the scale every single day of my life, and it's really the only way from day to day to day to day
Hmm.
to know if something you did the day before is pushing you in the wrong direction.
Right.
So the education of just getting on the scale and thinking about what you did yesterday that made that number go up or down,
Hmm.
and taking your motivation from that number as well. Okay, it went up today, so I better try harder today. Or it went
Hmm.
down today, yay! That means I'm doing something right. I'll keep doing that. That's also another education you really want to try and give yourself.
Yeah, definitely the tracking of your progress is good. And even for motivation purposes, to see how far you've come,
Yeah,
it helps to
yeah.
fuel your motivation.